Welcome to our discussion on conflict resolution, a biblical framework for peace. We'll explore how biblical principles can guide us in resolving conflicts effectively and fostering peace. Today, we'll explore three levels of relationships where conflicts arise: theopersonal, intrapersonal, and interpersonal. We'll also delve into recognizing cognitive dissonance in the workplace and understanding various conflict resolution styles to identify your dominant approach. Resolving conflict is an active, divine assignment, not just seeking quietness. Conflict is inevitable, but Scripture views it as a chance to glorify God, mature, and serve others. Peace is deeply rooted in God's character, the ultimate reconciler. Welcome to our discussion on the three levels of relationship. We will explore how these levels impact conflict and reconciliation. The levels of relationship as roots of conflict include theopersonal, intrapersonal, and interpersonal. These correspond to conflicts such as spiritual death between God and man, internal struggles like depression and psychosis, and interpersonal quarrels. Let's explore the levels of conflict. First, the theopersonal conflict involves spiritual death, highlighting the rift between God and man. Second, internal conflict manifests as depression, suicide, and psychosis. Lastly, interpersonal conflict leads to quarrels, affecting relationships between individuals. In ancient Near Eastern culture, Pesha signifies willful rebellion against God, breaking the covenant. Isaiah 1-2 highlights this defiance, while Romans 5:10 speaks of reconciliation through Christ. The mission field reflects this rebellion through spiritual blindness, idolatry, and resistance to divine authority. Welcome to our discussion on resolving Pesha. We will explore the concept of willful covenant rebellion and its implications in our spiritual lives. The Apostle Paul, as depicted in Acts 9:1-2, exemplifies a tactical model for reconciliation managers. His strategy involved transforming hostility into harmony, guiding adversaries towards reconciliation. This approach is crucial for managing transitions effectively. As reconciliation managers, your mission is to actively transform hostility into divine kinship. The message of the cross is not a mere suggestion, but the essential path to reconcile humanity with God through Jesus Christ. Engage actively, guiding the transition from enmity to adoption in faith. Paul, once a violent adversary of the church, experienced a transformative encounter with Christ. This resolved his conflict with God, turning him into a master manager of reconciliation, bridging the gap between humanity and God through the gospel. Acts 9:1-2 highlights his initial hostility and subsequent mission. The message of the cross is not a passive suggestion, but the exclusive bridge to satisfy divine justice and end vertical hostility. It is crucial to explicitly teach that reconciliation with God is only possible through Jesus Christ. 2 Corinthians 5:19 highlights that God reconciled himself to the world through Christ, entrusting us with the message of reconciliation. This resolution of conflict results in being reconciled, emphasizing the transformative power of divine intervention in restoring harmony. Welcome to Section 3, Understanding Internal Conflict. We will explore the complexities of internal struggles and their impact on individuals. Mission fields often bring culture shock, isolation, and linguistic exhaustion, leading to internal conflict. Psalm 42-11 captures this turmoil, asking why the soul is cast down. Cognitive dissonance arises as the soul experiences stress, described by the Hebrew word hama, meaning to roar, moan, or churn. A church planter faces severe anxiety due to a hidden addiction, causing a rift between his public ministry and private life. Meanwhile, a missionary in Southeast Asia experiences profound loneliness, struggling with language barriers, leading to withdrawal from his team and community. In Central Asia, a worker faces burnout from linguistic exhaustion, spending 8 hours daily on a tonal language. Miscommunication leads to withdrawal. Similarly, a missionary preaches forgiveness but harbors resentment, causing stress and spiritual numbness due to cognitive dissonance. Unresolved intrapersonal conflict can lead to severe outcomes such as anxiety, depression, and antisocial behavior. In extreme cases, it may result in suicide or psychosis. Addressing these conflicts is crucial to prevent these detrimental effects on mental health. Cognitive dissonance occurs when actions conflict with personal beliefs and values. For example, a devout Christian may experience this tension while working in a corrupt environment, feeling pressured to compromise their principles. Gospel intervention involves inner healing, deliverance, and discipleship. Inner healing addresses emotional wounds, deliverance focuses on freeing individuals from spiritual bondage, and discipleship nurtures spiritual growth. These elements work together to align beliefs and actions with Christian values, reducing cognitive dissonance. A missionary's ability to resolve church conflicts hinges on managing their internal struggles. Effective conflict resolution starts with addressing personal mental battles, ensuring clarity and strength in external engagements. Elijah, overwhelmed by fear, fled to Beersheba, leaving his servant behind. He journeyed into the wilderness, seeking solitude under a broom tree, and despaired, asking God to take his life, feeling no better than his ancestors. This highlights the depth of his internal conflict and despair. God addressed Elijah's crisis by nurturing his body with food and rest, soothing his soul with a gentle whisper to correct his thinking, and revitalizing his spirit by assigning Elisha to alleviate his isolation. This holistic approach highlights the importance of addressing physical, emotional, and spiritual needs in conflict resolution. Elijah faced exhaustion, hunger, and fatigue, which God addressed with food, water, and sleep. His soul, troubled by fear and discouragement, was comforted by a gentle whisper and truth. For his spirit, feeling isolated and purposeless, God provided a new assignment and the companionship of Elisha. When believers face burnout or discouragement, solutions extend beyond the spiritual. Like Elijah, addressing physical needs through rest and care is crucial. Emotional renewal involves correcting distorted perceptions with truth. Spiritually, reconnecting through renewed purpose, fellowship, and ministry involvement is essential. Interpersonal conflict is a human creation, often arising from misunderstandings, differing values, or unmet needs. Addressing these conflicts requires empathy, effective communication, and a willingness to understand diverse perspectives. By fostering open dialogue, we can transform conflict into an opportunity for growth and collaboration. Madon represents persistent bickering and relational fractures. In mission fields, team conflict, driven by pride and cultural misunderstandings, is the leading cause of failure. Proverbs 6:19 highlights that God detests those who sow discord among brothers. Missionaries must act as structural conflict managers when Madon arises. Address gossip immediately with relational governance. Enforce privacy and directness. Have you spoken to them directly? Follow Abigail's model from 1 Samuel 25 for strategic crisis de-escalation. Follow Matthew 18:15. Address faults privately and directly. In conflict situations, adapt your style to fit the context. Value others by offering support and guidance. Understand your own style, recognizing both its strengths and weaknesses to effectively respond to conflict. When conflict arises, consider these strategies. Competition is assertive yet uncooperative. Collaboration is both assertive and cooperative. Compromise balances both. Avoidance is unassertive and uncooperative. And accommodation is unassertive but cooperative. Each approach has its place, depending on the situation. Let's explore conflict management styles. Collaborators aim for teamwork, while avoiders stay out of trouble. Accommodators prioritize relationships, compromisers balance outcomes, and competitors focus on winning. Each style has specific uses and results, from developing management skills to potential dysfunction or unresolved issues. Understanding these can enhance conflict resolution strategies. Please circle one response that best describes you in the conflict management styles assessment. Be honest, as this survey is designed to help you learn about your conflict management style. Remember, there are no right or wrong answers. Reflect on your dominant and least dominant conflict management styles. Consider which style you wish to develop further. This self-awareness can guide your personal growth in handling conflicts effectively. Understanding when and how to engage in conflicts is crucial. Sun Tzu's The Art of War emphasizes strategic decision-making in conflict situations. Choosing your battles wisely can lead to more effective outcomes. Explore the 5 conflict management styles. Competing involves high assertiveness and low cooperation. Collaborating requires both high assertiveness and cooperation. Compromising balances moderate assertiveness and cooperation. Avoiding is characterized by low assertiveness and cooperation, while accommodating involves low assertiveness and high cooperation. Untrained conflict managers often exacerbate disputes, leading to unnecessary escalation and damaged relationships. Proper training is crucial to effectively manage and resolve conflicts. ensuring healthier interactions and outcomes. Conflicts may persist despite a peaceful settlement. It's crucial to remain vigilant for potential retaliation. Understanding underlying tensions can prevent future issues and ensure lasting peace. Welcome to our discussion on the process of conflict resolution. Today, we'll explore how to move from crisis to desired change through structured facilitation. Gospel intervention involves applying biblical principles to mediate and restore broken relationships. This approach facilitates conflict resolution by guiding individuals from crisis to desired change through structured facilitation. Ensure all conflicts are thoroughly resolved. Address underlying issues to prevent recurrence. Effective resolution fosters lasting peace and understanding. To be an effective peacemaker, ensure you've resolved your theopersonal, intrapersonal, and interpersonal conflicts. Addressing these areas prepares you to mediate and foster peace effectively. Welcome, everyone. Today, we will focus on the work and insights of Catherine Bayasan Santiago. Let's explore her contributions and expertise.